Hey, yo,
Hold on.
what's up, buddy?
Hey, real quick, I want you to teach me something if you got time.
Yeah, I gotta do one with the
Uh,
who?
so I call, now what?
You're muted, Jared.
Sorry, guys. I was talking to Zach, which is he's gonna be jumping on momentarily. Well, how's it going, Nancy? That's not Nancy.
It is me.
What? Oh, shenanigans.
Wow, right?
All right. The Moss is coming in. The Marrows are coming in.
I think you can know.
There we go. Let me just put in the chat. Nice. And Natalie.
Nick's at work, but he's going to try to listen to on his Bluetooth.
Okay.
No, it's funny. Well, there's the comments.
Oh, hey sis, how you doing? I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Oh, you know.
This is so awesome. She's so sad. The last one.
Joey.
Cookie? Are you dead?
Mr. Decker, Chris.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm in a big enough group now to do raids constantly.
They have to decide whether or not they're gonna buy it.
Yeah, great. And shiny one, like this one.
Yeah, Clayton and Carter.
Kind of like it.
Oh, and there's Nick. Nicolas. Yes. Yeah, I'm on. Okay.
Ugh. What do I do with my back?
One second, guys. We'll get going. Awesome. Okay, we got a lively bunch. I'm loving it. We got okay, notes. Perfect, perfect. Phenomenal. So I'm hoping everyone was able to you don't have any? Okay. I'm hoping everyone was able to look at the sheet that I made, the schedule plus like the things that we need to know. Does anybody have any questions about it or if it made sense or not? Let me share my screen too, so I can. No questions? Clear as mud?
Mud is clearer than this.
That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, so it looks like we have we're gonna be killing it. I love this. We got a full, and even if for those of you that haven't put your names on, you still wanted to come, we can make we can make something work, right? So we're not necessarily going to want to have a ton of people, more than 6 at the booth. So I wanted to brainstorm a little bit with Michael here on some other options or some of the things we can do.
Jared,
But
you're muted.
We can't hear you.
oh,
I can.
I can
I
hear
can
him.
hear him fine.
so people, so some of you can't hear. So it's not me then.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, I was going to say I don't think I'm muted.
Maybe it's specifically
No,
them.
you're.
Who's
She
what?
muted it. She turned the volume down. Our bad.
Oh,
Ding volume.
oh, I love it. I love it. Okay.
It's great when somebody's less tech savvy than me.
I
That's
know.
always awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. If you ever need to feel better, just hang out with us. We'll make you feel better. Don't worry. Yeah. So,
It'll work.
and honestly, I think who was saying, I think Nicholas was saying had a pretty good as so like some would be even like bringing people to the booth or even having standby. Nicholas, what was your idea? Because we were talking about it and I kind of liked it because perception is everything. One thing I've learned about it, just at Walmart in general, I'll tell you what, guys, how I got my bosses to love me and continue to promote every couple of years is because I understood perception was everything. So I made sure, like when the store manager was going to come walk down the back aisle, I made sure that aisle was perfect. If everything else was trash, I mean, that first moment that they walked in was perfect. And so it gave them a perception of, oh, everything else is not as bad as it would have been. I could have the whole store perfect, but that first aisle they walk through, if that's destroyed, it doesn't matter. Everything else is garbage. So once I learned that, that's when it was like, it blew up. So the perception of the booth is the same thing. When people walk up into us, because we are literally going to be the 2 entrances, the people are walking in, they're going to pass us, and people leaving, they're passing us. So we are like one of the 2 booths that they're going to see coming in and out. So having I'll make sure I'm proving everyone here. I don't want to have anyone waiting in waiting room. Here, I'm going to make Nancy, I'm going to make you a co-host. Can you let's see. As
Jared.
yes.
Right in your, I'm gonna step away for a few minutes because our power went out.
Oh,
So
your
I
power
gotta,
went out?
yeah,
Okay.
they're doing something to the thing there. So I gotta go
Okay.
help my wife out for 2 seconds.
Yeah, do
and
what you
then I'll
gotta
be
do.
back.
You got,
Great.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Uh,
You-
so if Laura and Nancy, if you guys, as people come in, if you can let them in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You form
Uh,
a sentence.
Oh yeah. So Nicholas, you're talking about Academy of Four, right? So having like 4 to 6 people like in front of the booth, like talking to people. So on moments where it's gonna be slower, we're not talking to people, even if it's like almost like staging. Like, how did you put it, Nicholas? Are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Explain
Can
that
you hear me?
idea a little bit better, because I think I'm gonna butcher it, but I liked it.
Yeah, I guess because we didn't want to have too much downtime where people walking by us and maybe weren't interacting with folks. So if that was the case, like having people leave and then come back up as if they were interacting with us and maybe going through the questions, with our own folks, just to make it look like we're doing something. If someone comes up, then we can maybe break off, act like we finished, and then someone could be available to talk to someone that came up.
Does that make sense? So it's like almost we're talking to guests, and this is, I don't think this is gonna happen a ton, but it's just gonna give the perception of like nonstop movement, nonstop talk. We're always talking to people, and worst case, it's just like we're practicing with our fellow ICMs. You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of cool stuff we can do. So that's the schedule. For the $100, I did to pitch in if you're gonna come. I put my Venmo up there so we can throw and we just, yeah, I think it's in there. Is that link not there? Yeah, it is. Yeah, just put in that link. It's in the bottom. Now the other 4 tabs, this is something, so items needed. And some of this stuff was just like thrown out there. I'm glad, Jared, I'm glad someone's here. That's fun. That's fun. So like clipboards, the flyers I've already ordered in, so that's coming in. We are going to need like another 2 more iPads. So I don't know if anyone has an extra iPad they don't mind bringing, letting us use.
Liz has one.
Yeah, Liz. Yeah, she's the one that put on here.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Sadly, my
Okay.
iPad is not in a condition that would present well.
Okay, fair enough. That's true, and we want the good presentation, right?
Yeah.
Whiteboard markers. I can fill in most of the stuff here, but I wanted to get some. I think Brigham had his own tablecloth he was going to bring. Swag. I mean, if you have anything, as far as card goes, whatever, extension cord, all that stuff. The bandit signs is ideally would be kind of putting it around the area. And if you're putting the bandit sign, I mean, depending on the messaging, you could have your number there. Hey, real estate investing, education number. You can have just straight up like that, or like come see us at booth 93 if you wanted to. But you can, I think, just putting real estate education out there with the number, I think that's fine. Like any other normal bandit sign would be fine, because it's just we're subconsciously putting that in their heads, like, oh, real estate investing. They're like, oh yeah, I was just thinking about real estate investing. Oh, weird, were you? So we're gonna play that. We're gonna psychology the crap out of them. Bluetooth speaker. I don't know if we can have music. I'm still waiting for the guy to answer back on the email. If we can, it's probably not gonna be very loud. But if we
Just do it.
What was that?
Music, yes.
We can. Okay, good. So Bluetooth music, man. That's what I mean. So put in there if you guys can bring it in. And if you have a small speaker, maybe we need to bring a couple or whatever. It's fine. I have a couple floor covering mats too. So yeah, look through this stuff, guys. See what you can do. Even if it's like bringing a couple of cases, because here's what I'm thinking. And I don't know, Michael, what your thoughts are, but like getting full paid, because when I did other booths, I had like the small bite size payday and 100 grand candy bars. And that was a great conversation starter. Like, hey, you look like you need a payday. And so I'd give them a payday candy bar, or hey, would you? And then would start the whole conversation like, So what would you do with an extra payday every single month? Or what would you do with an extra $100,000? And that goes right into their drive. And so, normally I do the small ones. And I'm thinking like, shoot, man, if we're real estate investors, we should act like real estate investors and get the big ones, get full candy bars. Now we probably don't want to hand out a whole handful of them to the kids and whatnot, but I think,
You can do the little ones to the kids.
yeah,
Just
we can
as allowance,
exactly,
right? They gotta
exactly.
start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. We'll have, we did both. So those not gonna be the full candy bars aren't just be sitting on the table. Ideally, no one should be going back there anyways, and on the banners, by the way, so I do have, I got the banners directly from, or excuse me, not banners, flyers, from the website, and it does have a spot for like contact. So if you're giving to somebody, write down your name. So that's pretty cool too. So, but anyways, yeah. So even if you're pitching it, if you're buying a couple cases of candy bars, I think that'd be pretty cool. It's a great conversation started. He's giving someone a big old candy bar. They're instantly your friend. Like, give me candy, I'm your friend. Things of note. This is a lot of stuff that we talked about the first call.
Well, candy and a laugh is what converts people right away. So that's awesome. Like you're getting
Yes.
2 in 1.
Yes, candy and a
for
laugh.
sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
You're in.
Exactly. Right. So, yeah, energy. We're going to have so much fun, guys. I mean, I'm so excited for this. We're going to have so much fun. So we have to police each other. If you see me getting tired or bummed out or whatever, like
You won't. It's
you
too
won't see,
fun.
I know, I'm using me as an example, but
It's fun.
a good smack in the butt or whatever, just get us going. We can help each other out,
But you can't enjoy the smack. Neither
Oh.
party can enjoy the smack.
Well, that ruined my fun. I was gonna be depressed every 15 minutes, but I guess.
Jared, I'll rub your bald head. I'll wake you up.
I was just ready to say the same thing.
I could go somewhere else, but yeah.
Mm-mm.
So, and dress guys, this, I mean, we're as top notch as you can go. You know what I mean? Like legit, one of my favorite sports jackets, I bought it at Davis. So I mean, like, even if price being an issue, if you don't have this type of stuff or whatever, you may have to do a little.
I got my first suit at the DI for $11. Made $100,000 with that suit.
What's the ROI on that investment? I wonder. That's
Oh man, I think that's that would be
1,000% or something.
10,000%.
Yeah, that's a pretty good ROI for jacket. Seems good.
You know, you definitely got to give some props to Bob Snyder for the comp plan.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys, I was definitely planning on going over the comp plan again tonight because some of you were like, "Why are we doing this again?" I'm grateful that Jared is organized. I'm glad I get to be a part of a team and something about money. If the money isn't clear, people don't work. Did you notice that you don't go to a job unless you are 100% clear on how much and when the money comes to you? Have you noticed that throughout your life?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you clear on how Bob Snyder puts money in your bank account?
If you're not, it's okay to say you're not clear.
Yeah, it's okay. It's totally fine. I just want to know if you are. If you are, I will skip it. I like it. It's fun to talk about. I'll write it anywhere I can. If you don't know it, we should talk about it. Nancy's hand has been up for like 10 minutes. Go ahead, Nancy.
She was pressing buttons and
No.
didn't know what she was doing.
That's
I
all.
will fix that. Sorry, Michael.
All good. Okay, there is another hand up.
Okay, so I have a quick thing. I made the banner. Before I print it, I wanted everyone to give a little bit of input. Michael said, let me go back to his notes. When I sent it to him today, he said, basically, we need to add coaches. Ultimately, it's the theme is a personal responsibility. So something pointing to that. Otherwise, good job. So can you explain what you mean by that? I mean, I can add coaches, but
Yeah, let me pull up the banner so everyone can see it real quick.
here, I'll hit copy. I've got two versions of it, but it's basically the same. It's just the top little part's a little different.
The mullet. Why is this opening like this? This is so weird. Is it opening for you guys?
I don't see anything.
Oh.
Where is the
Yeah.
chat box?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't see anything. I was looking for the chat box, but I don't see anything.
I just noticed that there's no chat box.
It says whiteboard, a note.
I was
I
playing
know,
with the
that's what
settings
I
on my
noticed.
Zoom when I was
Yeah, I
trying
was
to turn on the
trying to do
co-host. I
some
don't know if
notes. I didn't want to talk over every time, and I noticed that too.
Oh, that may have been me, guys. I don't know if I messed something up when I was playing with the settings just before the meeting, so I may have done something.
Here, I can rotate my screen around and show you guys what I've been doing.
So it's not letting
So-
you share. Is that what it's?
I need to
No, you
make this
can't give any
unfuzzy.
notes. Like you can't do any like text messages while you're listening. So now I have to turn it on instead and talk to
Yeah,
you
there's
straight.
there's no
Huh.
chat.
Yeah,
icon.
chat box.
That's weird.
There we go. Okay, I figured it out. This.
Nice.
So we have the two pop-up banners that'll stand next to us. And then this one will hang up in the back.
Hmm.
The other one was fun, but it's got too many wrinkles in it. It's like wearing a shitty shirt from the DI. I mean, yeah, it's from the DI, but it doesn't mean you get the crappy one,
Right.
right? You still get the fresh, crisp one. It has all the buttons, right? It's just $3. That's fine. But anyway, what I'm saying is I like the other one, but we've used it too much. So what's missing from this that would help us is the question Brigham is asking before he goes to the printer tomorrow, so it can be printed on time.
Well, the name isn't on there. Is that not needed? Is that not needed? Just the logo.
We're gonna have it on one of the pop-up banners. And actually, let me
Okay.
pull that up too while we're
The
talking.
name's not large on either one of those pop-up banners. It's very small. If you want, we can put Renatus on here, but
It's almost like I don't want them to Google it though. So I don't know.
Whoops.
yeah.
Let me find those. They're not gonna Google it while they're standing there.
That's true. I'll probably
Also,
remember the name until they leave either, because we're
to be clear, guys, he's saying he doesn't want them to Google it because they'll just end up in someone else's funnel. Because as soon as someone types in real estate, anything now, all the pixels and the pixies, pixie dust, the fairies, are all tracking everybody. And whoever pays Facebook and Google the most dollars gets to put their ad up. And it's not us. It's not us. It's Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's Ding Dong Ping Pong. And what's that other guy's name? Turd Alert, I think. So those guys have a huge budget. And if they Google real estate, Bard leads Google real estate. And of course, even if they Google Renatus, that told Google that they're interested in real estate. They sell that guy the ad and Bing in 5 minutes. They're saying, click on my free real estate webinar. Down the funnel they go. We want them to stay with us. Okay. I also was just thinking, how many of you think about yourself as a CEO of a regional marketing firm?
Well, now that
would
you
say
mention it, I am.
yeah.
How many of you can see yourself wearing that hat
Hmm.
or putting those boots on, as some may say?
Well, I own my own business, so I mean, I have to do that whether I like it or not.
Okay, so every one of you is an ICM, yes?
Yeah.
So do
Yeah.
you realize that
Yeah.
all of you have a contract with one Bob Snyder, Centa millionaire? You know what Centa means?
I want to say 6. That's not right.
That's
7.
not right.
100.
100.
100. Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong.
This guy has produced over $100 million in his career as an entrepreneur in America. You have a contract with him to sell his stuff. Okay? He's got award-winning stuff. He just got Entrepreneur of the State for 2023 by Best of State organization. Entrepreneur of the State. Okay. This is the guy who we imagine this. We went to his office and we pitched him and we said, hey, we will find you the best customers possible, but only under one condition. You pay us 12 grand per, and we're not responsible for training whatsoever. You got to have the coaches, the training, everything in place. All we're going to do is find new customers and you give us 12 grand per. And he said, deal. And we said, no caps. And he said, correct. You can get as much as you want. Here are the rules, right? And then we all had an ICM agreement where it said, don't make promises, don't make false claims. If you're going to take a shower on the Zoom, turn your camera off. No, that was in the Jared handbook. But in the ICM handbook, right, there's the guidelines. Our contract to engage with this $100 million producer. And he looked at us not as these guys and gals just getting started. He said, hey, here's the CEO of a marketing firm. We'll put them in charge of a region. And we'll put them in charge of a region. Now, maybe your region is your street or your neighborhood or your house or your family. Right? Jared's taking it on, say, Northern Utah. Right? Wanda's taking it on to say, I remember she went on to do Vegas. She built up Vegas for a year and got some sales out of that. Then she did Florida. Now she's in Georgia. So she's just thinking a little bit differently. But everywhere she goes, she's waving the Renatus brand. Okay. Do you have Renatus hats?
I do not.
Okay. I was just wearing, where is it? Renatus jacket. How many got Renatus jackets? I put my name on this one. Got Renatus jacket. Okay. How many of you have Renatus sunglasses? Okay, Renatus sunglasses. Okay. What else? How about this? Renatus key lanyards. Every time you touch your car, you think Renatus. Every time you doing it in the parking lot, go into your car. Renatus. Can we let Laura in? Is she allowed in here? Laura Moss. Okay. Part of what I'm saying is be congruent with your word. We have our word with Bob Snyder, with Renatus, is we will find you customers. You can count on us. Sir, you focus on product development. You focus on accounting. You focus on legal. You focus on all that other crap we don't want to focus on. Okay, we're wild. We don't stick to schedules. Okay? And we want to go on and off. Okay? So you do your corporate-y thing. We'll do the marketing thing. So when I started thinking about it that way, and I was like, if I were to tell my mom this and she had no clue what I was doing, and one day I just said, you know what, Mom? You know why I pay for this house and why I don't have a job and why this and this and this is working? I started a marketing firm. Okay? And guess what? I landed a contract with the national top-notch education company. And in fact, they're my biggest client. You know what? They're such a good client. They're my only client. It's such a great gig. I only need one client to make this incredible marketing firm work. And so I wear the brand. I talk about it everywhere I go. Did I tell you guys someone smashed my window and tried to steal some shit out of my truck recently?
No.
Don't park at the Atlanta airport in the free section. No, 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 no.
Well, there's your problem.
Anyway, the police
Don't park in
officer that
Atlanta.
showed up to take the report and do the whole thing. Guess what? All he got an earful of was how cool Renatus is and what it's done to me in my life. I gave zero shits about that window. Seriously, what is it? A couple $100? Whatever. They didn't even take anything, which is even more bizarre. So I took it as I need to talk to the police officer, Steve. He's Steve. He's not police officer, man. He's Steve, wants land, likes farming, and has a 6-year-old. All right. I'm looking at him as my client, not as the police officer. You see what I mean? I'm marketing. I'm marketing. Everything I'm doing, I'm marketing. And so why do I have all the trophies? Not only am I always marketing, I know the comp plan. So as I was thinking how we're going to wrap today, I have a new way of sharing the comp plan that I did over the weekend with a couple people that literally they did not go to sleep that night. You can ask them about it. Okay. So I'm excited to share it with you guys over the Zoom. There's my speech for the moment. Back to you, Jared.
No, that was great. That was
The
awesome.
MLM speech.
It's a good, and all about mindset, guys. I mean, that's where it's at. Like when you have the right mindset and you're putting, you show up differently, and people, it's going to cause curiosity. It's going to cause more, you're going to have different interaction with people, and they're going to be surprised. I bet that cop was very surprised when you're starting talking about Renatus, instead of like cussing, because he's probably, you're the 100th person he dealt with today with a broken window, and you're the only one that was like was remotely positive and talking about the future and some awesome things. And so that I obviously that turned his head. So yeah, that's I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just that I'm like this prospecty thing and I'm blind to the human connection. I'm doing it because I am so clear on this human connection thing. And I'm more on the comp and why this game is going to be so easy at the booth. Okay. That man does not want to be a cop. I asked him, so is your kid going to be a cop? He said, oh no, I don't want them anywhere near law enforcement. And I said, isn't that interesting then? And I said this, so what you're doing and what you're saying aren't lining up. What do kids do? Do they do what we say or do they do what we do?
I do what we do.
Do what we
Jeez.
do. So I'm just looking right at him, Steve, and he's a big old buff dude, buff as shit. Plus he's got his bulletproof vest on, so it makes him look even buffer, right? And he's got a big old gun. And I'm like, Steve, you and I have sons. Yours is 6, mine is 4. If they see us doing stuff for money that we don't like, what are we teaching them? That's why I had to stop doing the Jiffy Lube thing and the Sears thing. And I love doing this real estate thing and this farming thing. And then he went, farming? And I was like, yeah, I got a pig. I got some rabbits. Teaching my boy how to get dirty and grow his own food. And we could do that because we could buy some land because I learned this really cool thing about seller financing. And I used my life insurance to do a down payment on this cool wraparound mortgage thing on 200 acres. It's amazing. I didn't even use my own credit. And all of a sudden he's like, I want that. Cool. I want your phone number. Okay. So what isn't that true with everyone? If we are just going through life for money, we're giving the wrong message to the people around us that are watching, right? So I'm doing this for impact. And once you guys make a sale and that person goes and changes their life drastically, you'll understand what I mean. Right? Like Wanda gets to do that when she thinks about Jared. Right? Wanda's still Wanda. Wanda made 12 grand when Jared enrolled, cool. But Wanda also gets to think on those nights when she wants to quit. where would Jared be right now? Not only where would Jared be, what would be in Jared's fridge right now? Right? How would Jared's kids be eating right now? Like, it's totally, if you want to get down to that, that's what I feel. I'm like, hey, we got some ding dong adults that are in a rat race right now, and their kids are suffering because of the lies they were told in the K through 12 system. So, let's work on the adults for the kids. It's kind of how I'm looking at it. It's a weird way of inception. You know what I mean? Rant number 2.
Love it.
Good.
Hey, is it okay if I have to leave like momentarily? I would love to finalize this. I added your little comment here about the coaching. Change the font down here so it's a little bit more readable. But these are the 2 options. This one where the font's much larger and that's larger, just a little bit off center. And this one that's a little bit more similar to the one you had before.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I made you co-host if you wanted to share, so it's a little easier to see.
Yeah, I can do it on my phone. One second.
I like page 1 more than page 2.
And
Okay, so I was saying all of that to put in the back of your mind as we're enrolling people, we're not just doing the sales side. We're not just selling the packages. We want to show someone that by selling the packages, they could be their own boss too. They can start a marketing firm. They can sell a quality product to happy customers and make a fantastic living doing it if they just knew the skills. So I want to somehow say and marry the 2 sides, right? We got the real estate side, we got the personal development side. And I want to put that on the banner, not just the We Create Real Estate Investors. Although it's awesome, that's just retail, and I want to build a team of Jareds. Man, if I could have like 7 more Jareds on my team, I would be able to buy that brand new Lamborghini tractor. Did you guys see that? Lamborghini just came out with a new tractor. Anyway, my point is we want to recruit the next superstars. We want to recruit the next top recruiters. And so while we are, yes, selling the real estate program, and we are doing real estate in our own lives, if you want to make $1 million in Renatus in a year, you need to have a team. You can make $1 million in 10 years doing it yourself. But if you want to do it in 1 year, you need a team.
Does we are recruiting top recruiters? That sounds MLM-y to me.
Yeah, I mean, like this speech, unfortunately, like is the reason why I couldn't get funding, because they're like, well, dude, it's just a scam.
Yeah.
People all just sell to each other. So that's why Jared is so powerful, because he continues to show that he's actually doing the program. The fact that you can get people in and make that could just be seen as a help, or like because you want to change other people's life and they're able to move faster together with a group and also with the education that this program provides. Not, and yeah, putting that in as you did, like as a sales thing to get, that's MLM. And like I said, I couldn't get investors for the package because that's how they see it. If they saw people like Jared, then they'd be like, it's easy. I mean, that's why my friend went and worked with Jared. So I think changing lives is like the huge thing, that they're able to learn with mentors and be able to move faster. And everybody knows you make money in real estate. This will change your life and your family's.
Gotcha. Okay, so going more on the team building.
Days lives, not diapers.
I mean, the other one was awesome too. But maybe if we go on the team building thing. So because team building is also running a real estate team. There's no way Jared could do what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Himself, right?
Exactly.
So it's gonna cross over.
Yeah. So you can move faster because of the Renatus team. And so that's why you want to be a part of the package, not because it brings you $12,000 if I walk into the program. You see what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. We create teams of leaders. We create leaders and
I don't even know. I don't think you even need any words there. You could just
leaders.
You leave it blank. You're saying, Joey? What was that?
Yeah. Yeah, you could basically just leave it blank. I don't even think you need any words where he's typing right now. I think you could just leave everything else, maybe increase the size of the logos or something. I think the more words on signs, people start tuning out. Anyways, I think the more important part is us to be engaging them. I'm not even gonna be there, but just my
And go
opinion
to the
from
other
a
version of
marketing
the
standpoint.
sign.
Basically,
that.
guys, think about
I
it
just
this way.
like that one better.
We want to point at something that starts the conversation.
Well, we
Okay.
already have, we create real estate investors at the top of that.
We create real estate investors and top-notch team leaders
Leaders.
and top-notch leaders.
Yeah.
I like the
That's
top notch
smart.
leaders.
Yeah. Just because it is going to be a team.
And we'll be a team right there.
We create
Exactly,
leaders
that's
of
what I
real
was
estate
thinking.
investors.
We create
Yeah.
leaders and real estate
Yeah,
investors.
I like that one. Yeah.
Okay, this is one option right here. I'm just trying to do this in the same font. Okay, so we create top-notch leaders and investors. A little wordy.
You have create in there twice.
And isn't top-notch supposed to be hyphenated because it's two adjectives describing the noun?
I think you are correct.
I only went to community college. Don't ask me.
Top-notch. Top-notch, hyphenated, top-notch, not hyphenated, top-notch, hyphenated, hyphenated, not hyphenated. So I don't know
You can have nowhere
grammatically.
else.
Online, you have both. So that is probably something you'd have to look on a style guide, depending on the type of way.
And you have to submit this by tomorrow or tonight to get it.
It usually takes 2 days to print. Most
So
of the
we
time.
still have a week then, technically.
Well, I would rather have it in my possession before it gets stressful, because last time I did it like 4 days before and they took 2 days and I couldn't pick it up for a day. So it was just a little stressful. So the earlier I can do it, the better.
Gotcha.
Okay, we create top-notch leaders and real estate investors. Is that what we want to say?
I want them to ask, what does that mean, leaders? And then we have the whole thing about like the skills and everything that you get from the program. I'm trying
And
to
also
remember.
be able to create your team and be a part of a team. That's where the leaders come in.
Well, is saying team also kind of, I don't know, because especially in being in Utah, does that kind of make people automatically think it's an MLM
Yes.
or not?
Yes.
That's where
What's an
The other thing
MLM
it's-
again?
Here's the thing.
Multi-level
will
marketing.
pop up.
Multi-level marketing, the pitch that you just did, bring more people in because you get money and then they get money and then they get money. But if you say we're going to change people's lives as part of this program, you will learn to become a leader. With the education that we give you, you will be a part of changing your life as well as the opportunity to change others. Like,
Yeah, that's the message we want.
Yeah.
Now, if it sounds a little MLM-y, but people have been trained in MLM and they go, well, what is this? I'm tired of selling lotions and potions. I'll sell your thing. How many of those do you want?
What about
So
that?
anyway, that's
They would definitely
I'm not in
understand
charge here,
marketing
guys.
already.
I'm just a sounding board, but as I've been sitting there going through my expo experience and not bringing up the ICM thing, I am realizing now it has cost me more. Because even just one person going through the 5-star process could have paid for all 10 expos I just did.
Yeah, it's like 50 grand, isn't it? Or no, you get like 26 grand if someone to help someone go. No, 30 something.
No, you would get 27 on their way to
Plus
buy.
the 12.
If they bought, sure.
Yeah, if they bought, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'm
Those numbers are important to know.
I've broken even, but I wanted to double my money. And if I had just emphasized a few more conversations on the ICM stuff, I'd have more ICMs right now. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
plain.
So ChatGPT gave me a few ideas as far as like the banner header. So shaping the future of leadership and real estate investment. We can do real estate investors, empowering tomorrow's leaders in real estate, building excellence in leadership and investment, where leaders grow and investors thrive, cultivating
That one's
elite
wordy.
leaders and investors in real estate. I kind of like that one too. I'll put it. Can you guys see the note? I see some of you responded, but there's
Yeah, do
the.
this
If you want to
right
make
one
a
again.
list of these different
We-
sayings and then pick, and then we could have a vote on them over Facebook Messenger again. The different sayings that we've come
What was
up
the
with in
thrive
the
one?
chat GP,
Yeah, it's in the notes. That's not a bad
See
idea.
that?
The
and then
building excellent. Oh
vote
no, where we at?
vote
Cultivating-
over like today or tomorrow or Friday, and then by the end of that, whatever one got voted on most is what we use.
We can even do creating elite leaders and investors in real estate.
Ooh, that's sexy right
So
there.
instead of cultivating, we create them. So create elite leaders and investors in real estate, or doesn't seem quite.
Creating elite leaders and investors.
Maybe I missed it before, but why did you guys used to use we create real estate investors? And you don't want to use that one anymore? Oh,
So
there it is.
want to have somewhere they ask, and so where we can bring up real estate and also the ICM opportunity as well.
Yeah, the first line's supposed to be the ICM opportunity, second line's real estate.
Don't they go hand in hand? I mean, you can't join
100%.
Renatus unless you buy the package.
Right. And that's the whole thing is just the wealth cycle. Like if I help someone get started, I make 12,000, that's enough for a short-term rental, or that's, I can put that into the real estate. I can do all sorts of stuff with
Right.
it. So
Yeah.
that's,
Well, guys, I have to head out, but if that works for you, creating elite leaders and real estate investors, I'm totally fine with that. That sounds actually like it hits at least the minimum there.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
do like this one right here rather than that one.
you like the creating investors and that's it. Oh, wait, hang on.
I was
Go
just
back to
saying the
one.
way the format is done.
Oh, I see.
The only change is the way that the size is at the top.
Hmm.
Yeah. Number
Yeah.
one.
I like that. I like number 2 format.
You like number 2?
I do.
This
Well,
one.
because it separates it.
This
So
is
it's like,
this is the one.
this is the one you like? I like the other one.
Sorry, where'd you
Wait,
go?
Oh,
what?
That one.
wait a
No,
minute.
That's the one
Oh,
we
wait.
were
Wait,
talking
what
about.
happened
Right,
to the
right, right.
first?
Now there's
Creating
3.
elite real estate
Yeah,
investors.
yeah.
That's the
There,
one we
but
just
yeah.
made.
That
Label,
one.
so that's one. Okay, let's say that's one. And then just go to the other ones. So I like 3. I like number 3. That one.
Okay.
Well,
So
well
we
not so
change
much the
that.
same, but
Yeah,
like
that
with
was
the same
that was the
create,
original one.
create, and the top part so separates like we create elite leaders, and then the bottom line would be and investors in real estate, or real estate investors, or however you want to put it.
Just like that again.
Well, I don't know. I don't like I because it's separated as far as like having like the white, like the real estate investors is with the symbols down below. Or you had it in white, like that. So the second line would be that we create team leaders. So that would be the investors in real estate, and the top part would be we create elite leaders. I don't know. That's just. If
I don't
anything, you
know, I
could probably
feel
make
like
a couple and we
that's-
can do a poll. Or I don't know.
How
Kinda
about
like Chris is saying.
creating real estate investors and then we create elite leaders? Because like grammatically, you don't want to double use words or
Right.
like
Yeah,
when you write.
I think the first one, honestly, this one's going to be the way to go. That
one.
or we change. If you don't like that format, then I just say the same thing up here. Control all, copy, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I could make this even larger or drop it down a little bit. I don't know if that much negative space is good or not, though. Look like that. Creating elite leaders and real estate investors. Or I like the first one better still. I don't know. That's me.
I like the first one.
This is the first one. That's the third one.
Creating elite leaders and real estate investors. Okay. And then the other
Okay.
one?
Other one, we create real estate investors. That was the first option. And the other one, creating elite leaders and real estate investors. Just slightly different visual.
I'll let you pick, Brigham.
Okay, I'm going to go with the first one then. Cool.
Awesome.
Done.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to go hang out with my wife for a little bit. Do you
Okay.
have anything else for me that you need me to do, Jared?
Go on to do you are you in the chat? Did I add you to the chat? May have
I can't remember. Double check that you add me to the chat.
okay.
I
and
haven't
then-
added any of my dates, but I'm going to be there the whole time. So
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, because so put your information in there as far as the dates, even if it's gonna be all, and then and anything you're bringing as far as the banners, because there's a spot for banners in one of the tabs. Put that in there too. Whatever you're bringing, just so we know.
oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
I'll bring the
sure.
banners, and I've got a couple other things.
Yeah. So
Bring
whatever
it.
you're bringing, just let us so we're not double backed or double whatever.
Double decker.
Double decker. Yep.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay,
There's
sounds
only
good.
one Mr. Decker here. Can't handle two of them.
Sweet.
One's enough. We don't want any more.
Okay. Well, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, do we have another one of these meetings before we do this?
I think we should. I mean, just going over like we're gonna have another one. At least
Okay.
one.
Do you want to print these, or do you need me to print them?
Print
Because that was the sheet that I shared with you last week. The Google Doc.
Oh yeah. So that's in the Google Doc you shared.
I gave you the full size sheet and also the quarter sheets.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yep, that was on there.
Okay, sweet. It doesn't. I'm good either way. If you want to print it, awesome. If
Because
not-
I've got like 60 of those still printed.
well, we would need.
but-
We're planning to get
We're
thousands or hundreds, right? So we would need.
we
to
need
get,
hundreds. Yeah, we'd need
Yeah.
minimum 200-300.
And
So-
that was another thing as far as like capturing the lead. So we're gonna be capturing with a sheet of paper, and then Michael, have you with your current code and how it gets into the free intensive, is there a way where we can have like separate codes for individual people to keep track of it, or how do you think, what in your experience with the boost, how do you guys keep track of your leads and everything like that?
What we did was on the sheet of paper, we wrote down who right at the very top. We put ICM's
ICM
name.
name, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
right on the top of there, ICM's name.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
because we had that sheet, we could then go and double check in the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay. So when they go into the free intensive,
Excuse me.
we'll add your spreadsheet, like, okay, yeah, these are my 30 people here. Awesome. You don't need to follow up with them or whatever. Cool. Another thing, well, by the way, I will be adding another tab this week for the next, like the next month of what it's going to be as far as like events, whether it's cash flow, all the way leading up to and past nationals. And so even suggestions as far as text messages and everything like that, as far as like a drip campaign, that's what I'm looking for, where we can
Nice.
plug people into.
And maybe we could do a thing like if you don't follow up in a certain amount of time, you forfeit your leads. Like if you go and do the math, let's say we get 150 leads and we spent $1,500. That's $10 a lead, right?
Yep.
How long should we let you poop on $10 a lead?
Yeah.
Is a week enough? Like if there's no notes and you didn't do anything for a whole week, we're just gonna change everything to Jared's name and your name will fall off the spreadsheet. Is anyone opposed to that? Or some sort of accountability in that measure where if you don't do your follow-ups, you forfeit the leads?
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Okay. Cool. Awesome blossom. And when we go to nationals, there is going to be the awards banquet, and so just be prepared to receive some sort of award if you do a good job.
That's cool.
If you're motivated by awards. Anyway, thank you, Brigham. See you later.
For us validators out there.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
thanks for if he hasn't left.
Yeah, he's gonna go get that done.
Sweet. Awesome. So my thought would be go over a little bit over like the some of the objections, but before we go over objections, it's like I think we need to be clear on our message, because I haven't what are we gonna say to the are we pitching the ICM plus the like the whole thing, like how would we pitch it, or what has been like the best pitch, or what do you think would be a good consistent message that we can give the people in the booth, Michael, that would be in your vast experience?
Well, I haven't done it in Northern Utah, and I also haven't done it this close to nationals. So that's why I'm thinking more than like getting 3 sales. If you got 1 sale and 1 kick butt ICM, you would make way more money over the next 12 months than 3 sales right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, man, if we just added a few more things on the ICM, since we're so close to nationals, we can look people in the eye and say, if you don't believe me, come meet the CEO. And what I would like to try to work out, what I'm imagining is with some of the skeptical leads, we just say, look, I'm going to get the schedule for the event. If I can get you in, you could just come in the back for an hour or 2 while the CEO talks. I can get you in. I mean, we got to pay $450 to come. I want you to come to the whole thing, but I also want you to believe me. So if I could just get you in for that 1 hour when the CEO speaks, would you come? And I bet if we just kept this between us and we had this specific list of people who said they'll come and do that, and we met them in the back, and we stayed in the back and we stayed with them, and then when Bob was done, we kicked them out, but then we did our proper follow-ups, that creating that kind of credibility would definitely be worth the extra steps. Thoughts?
So and that scenario would be like the skeptics, is I don't know about this. Is this really a thing?
Right, because if we just push it a little bit more, you're gonna get the Nationals ticket sale.
Yeah.
Come to Nationals.
Right.
And if they buy a Nationals ticket through your back office, they're locked to you forever. So if they decide to buy an Essentials in a month or a year, that commission will wiggle its way back to your bank account. So that's another cool thing that Renatus has that MLMs and other things don't have, is a protection system and a calendaring system. Did you know that, Joey? Did you know that, Laura?
No. No, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so we take it for granted that there's a protection for our guests, but out in the world of network marketing, it's not like that. And so another reason to bring more network marketing people into our world is it's a safer place to operate. You can safely grow a company nationwide without having to, micromanage every single lead. You can send someone to the Chicago office or the Denver office, and if they decide to sign up, they'll still get paid. So anyway, that's super special, and so I think with enough of us being there and nationals being that close and it being in that area, that we could get enough people convinced to spend that weekend with us, in maybe all weekend, maybe one day, maybe 1 hour, but come this weekend, because if they see 500, sorry, there's gonna be more. If they see 1,000 people at nationals, and then you turn to them and say, how about you spend your 2,300 right now? Just try it out for a week. If after seeing these 1,000 people and you tried it out for a week and you still don't like it, then we'll just pray for you and we'll know that, you're one of the people the program is not for. It's fine. But more often than not, they're going to love it. I mean, I think in the 12 years I've done this full time, 13 years I've done this the whole time. I've had one refund, and it wasn't even my direct guy. It was a guy who's getting 5-star under me, and he recruited someone that wanted a refund. So what I'm saying is your people are going to love it. If you haven't made any sales yet, just know that your customers are going to love it, whether they're your friend or a stranger.
So the pitch should be get him to nationals, buy the $400 ticket. Like that's kind of where we're at. So obviously, but before we start, spewing,
but we're
that
going to
out,
have a month.
Right. So, or is it just like, hey, watch this intensive online, or hey, we're gonna, there's plenty of things we build up right after that. So
the intensive is to set a premise for checking in 48 hours. So if they watched it, fantastic, it'll blow their mind. If they didn't, you can set another meeting in 48 hours. Poke them. Hey man, it's only 2.5 hours. But I'm telling you, this guy went from average to extraordinary. Please watch the video. Now, what's fun is I want all of you to watch the video too. How many of you can watch it before we get there, so you can talk about why they should watch it too? Because what we want to do is just create credibility, add some value. Once that value is linked to their brain, they went, wow, they gave me more value and I didn't even pay anything. Now they'll answer your phone call. Now they'll respond to your text. So, did I already give you the link to
yes,
the video?
I want to say yes.
Around here somewhere.
If maybe you wanted to put it in even the Facebook chat, then we'll have it there. I'll probably put it in my expo schedule sheet too.
Okay, grab it.
So that makes sense, right? So we're talking to them, getting their drive, right? Getting their drive, find out what are they most passionate about. So in a nutshell, guys, it's like Richard Stock's hold market script, right? We're finding out their drive, what are they most passionate about, fill out that little sheet, and then get them to watch. And I'm really glad Michael said that, suggest everyone to watch it, because I was going to suggest the same thing. So we can actually talk about what's on that intensive and talk about like we've actually seen it. It's gonna be a lot different than supposed to like, yeah, there's this video you guess you can watch. It's pretty cool. As opposed to like, oh man, this guy, he's founded this. I haven't watched it yet, so I need to watch it. But again, I can't do it justice. But this guy changed his whole life doing this one strategy. It's so cool. You're gonna learn, you're gonna come across a lot knowledgeable, and then more likely for them to actually see it.
All right, so you see my note in here in the group chat on Messenger? I said, please don't share this, only watch it. We will share through our software so we can track and tag leads.
Perfect.
So, if you want to send it to your brother or something like that, cool. But if you just keep sending the YouTube link, you won't be able to track it the same way as if you put it into an email campaign and make them click on stuff throughout the process. So don't count on me to carry it all the way through the process. We're just grabbing it and giving them the value so that we can create the relationship. And then from there, it's on you to make that relationship and continue the value transfer. Okay. We're like the tee at the tee ball. You still got to swing, and there's still a ball. I am not the bat. I am the tee. We're setting it up.
Perfect. Perfect.
Cool. So anyway, watch it, have fun, and how many of you already in the first 2 seconds love what you see? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Okay, did you open it?
I just opened it.
Did you click on it, Nick?
That's terrifying. I mean, all is good. It's good. Love the beard, man.
I think the Jedi beard's the best.
Oh my goodness. Oh. That wasn't even the biggest. That was just that happened to be that month when we were filming. But I kept it going, guys. And I really want to keep it going. But my mustache is the reminder of once I make 10 million with Renatus, I can then have my beard back. So I'm 6 million away. It's within reach. If you do something 40%, wouldn't you say the other 60% is within reach?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is my $10 million mustache. Do you guys have some sort of representation in your life of the thing you're after? I highly recommend it.
So you're not going to shave it until you hit the 10 million, or what do you mean it's your 10 million mustache?
Once I hit the 10 million, I am done shaving for the rest of my life.
Wow.
How does Vanessa feel about that?
I don't care. Actually, she would love that I would do a thing that I love to do.
So Captain tucked you into final season penance.
I wanted to hear the rest of that. Anyone else?
It was definitely intriguing.
What?
Oh man. Okay, I guess I also stopped shaving at the beginning of my career. And I said, I'm not going to shave until I close on a profitable real estate transaction. And it took me 9 months. Now, 9 months as a 21-year-old growing a beard versus, 1 year as a 32-year-old growing a beard. It's two different beards. And so the first one was horrifying. This other one was amazing.
And that was from not having any real estate transaction. That was your first one. Took you 9 months.
Right. And I had to shave for work. And so like every time I didn't shave, I knew I was going to get more and more ridiculed, but I couldn't shave until I did my deal. And so I got extra motivated to get up early, stay late, watch my class, send in the offers, do the deal. And I made more money, more profit on that deal than my job paid me all year. So I only needed one to bye, I'm out. And maybe that's the case for some of you. So anyway, I'm encouraging you to keep going.
You are. It's awesome.
Sweet. All right, what are we not thinking about, Jared?
Well, as far as like objections, so in the what kind of objections have you seen? I guess it kind of depends what you're pitching, right? So we're talking about ICM opportunity. We're talking about the wealth cycle of Renatus, and get into the intensive and seeing the stuff in real life. What kind of objections? And I guess they're pretty much the same as we're doing our regular marketing. Would you think that we'd probably come up with, other than, too expensive, no time, fear? Is there any other objections you think that we'd kind of run into, especially in this particular format?
So you're going to get the closed-minded, I'm good, stiff arm, keep walking. I'm good. Do you guys remember what we say to that? Wonderful. Enjoy the show. And with that same smile and enthusiasm, turn and greet the next person. Then you're going to get my blank is a real estate agent, so I'm good. It's not just a blanket, I'm good. but they're going to try to tell you they're good because they know an agent. And then you go, oh, that's fantastic. We do something totally different. Remember, as salespeople, and I don't really look at myself as a salesperson, but I did have to understand how our brains receive the message. Okay? We always have to say yes and as salespeople. So when they say, I'm good, I'm an agent, my wife is an agent, my brother's an agent, I'm good. We don't say, no, I'm not talking agent. I just said no. We don't say no. We say yes. So say, that's fantastic, he's an agent or she's an agent. Wonderful. And we do something totally different. Always get the yes out. Don't lie, but you gotta form it in a yes for their brain to keep going. It's an improv principle as well. It's the yes and. If you want someone to riff off of what you're saying and keep the conversation going, and it's totally made up, there's no script, it's the brain has to do yes and. As soon as you say no and like filter yourself, then the thought process stops and kills the scene. So do your best to say yes and in the thing to keep the thing going. Sorry for being vague with all the things.
Well, it's a good blanket. I mean, because that could be true for almost every objection you have. They're going to give something, and it's so true. Even like when talking to sellers and things like that, like any objection they have, you want to validate their objection, even though it's completely non-validated. It's just like, oh yeah, you should worry about that, and you just keep. So yes, and I like that concept is obviously sound, and you can apply that to any objection,
even with your spouse and your kids. Right? Benjamin's like, I want to listen to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm like, dude, it's February. I like the song. Yes, it's a good song. And let's listen to Aladdin. Yes, I'm glad your brother's an agent. That's wonderful. And we do investing. Let's talk investing. Do you have your house paid off? You don't have your house paid off. Oh my goodness, come over here. Let me show you something.
It's smart.
Boop, just like that. You got them in the system. Watch the webinar. You'll love it. I'm not going to try to explain it. It's in the webinar. There's a genius multimillionaire with incredibly detailed slides. You'll be able to take the screenshot. Watch him do it. Why are we going to waste our time here talking about it when there's an expert and a recording you can watch on your own time? There's another cool thing. Did you check out the beef jerky and the pickle guy over there? If you haven't sat in the massage chair over there and you want a massage, go sit for 20 minutes. I mean, they'll try to sell it to you, but still it's a 20-minute massage. Anyway, I really look forward to meeting you. I'm so glad. Check out that email I sent you and enjoy the show. We'll stay in touch. A genuine conversation. Your house isn't paid off? Well, hot diggity damn. Come watch this video. That's what I'm here for.
Perfect. Yeah, it speaks to their pain point. Immediate. Everybody has that pain point to own a house.
Well,
right. It's like, dang, you're still on that whole interest kick, huh? Have you ever considered a new way? And I'd love to show you how. It's going to sound a little weird. It's like Celsius, Fahrenheit, and interest and stuff. But I'm telling you, take the free class. Normally we charge. In fact, we used to charge $50 for one of these things. At our booth, the booth special is the free intensive. Would you like our free class? And they go, oh, sure. That's what we're here to do, guys. We're here. The booth special. Everyone wants to know the booth special. Right? You go walk up to the chocolate booth. What special do you have for me at this booth? 2 for 1? Deal. Swipe. Everyone wants a deal.
And you guys notice how Michael said that too. Like he was like, "Oh, you don't have your house paid off?" Like he was surprised that, "Oh, you don't? Really?"
But
like,
a real estate agent.
Right, yeah, exactly. So it's like and even though
perfect.
It's you're putting the subconscious like, oh, like and if you're feel weird about it, well, yeah, of course you don't have your house paid off. But you're like, "Oh, really? You don't know this? Oh man. You come I need to help you. This is right now. Come on, let's take the candy bar here. Let me what's your blah blah blah." It's just
and then I'd really love to introduce you to the other guys on my team, like Mr. Tony Scotti. You're going to watch in the class. But in a month, we're actually having a big old conference with a bunch of them. Would you love to meet them? And if you're genuinely enthusiastic about the experience, hot diggity damn, hot diggity dog, I'm in, you're in, let's go, let's stay connected. Let me show you. It will absolutely be worth it. And quite honestly, if you do the taxes the way we show you how to do it, your whole experience this year could be no money out of pocket by the time you settle everything at the end of the year. Sure, you might have some stuff come out now and things will come back and go in and out. But I'm telling you, more often than not, from the tax class, did you notice Mark Kohler punched the podium when he was saying, my class is enough to pay for your entire tuition? Did you guys notice that in Tax and Legal Day 2? Okay, so I'm not saying it as the salesperson. I'm quoting the attorney from the class. He said he's seen enough people come through the program that he can teach them how to save more than the cost of the program through just his class. So, of course, you're going to pay $400 to come, and Mark Kohler will be speaking at Nationals. So you could pay $400 to get 40 minutes of his time on the phone, or you can pay $40 and catch him in the lobby, or $400, catch him in the lobby, maybe buy his book, get him to sign it. How many of you have been to a Nationals already? We got Jared.
The Rices have. So is
I have. Yeah.
Rices.
Mosses
Okay.
have too, right?
Moss.
No, they didn't
Oh,
go.
they haven't yet?
Even
Oh,
after,
okay.
We've just been to a
No
break
Moss.
to an end year event.
Okay. Witter.
And I call it heart.
So three.
Joey has, yeah. Yep.
You let me change anything.
So, and then me. So 4 out of 11 on this call have been to Nationals.
What if I wanted to change to?
Okay. So I want to let you know we are going to have some celebrities there. It's going to be freaking awesome. Because it is a Renatus event, the celebrities are going to be following Renatus's rules. It's very neat and works in our favor incredibly well. They're going to have lobby time. They're going to have stage time. Okay. When Garrett Gunderson is up on stage, when Woody Woodward is up on stage, we're going to have Mark Kohler up on stage, maybe Matt Sorensen. Then during the breaks and the lunches, they're going to be in the lobby and in the hallways with their booth and their book where you get to talk to them and meet them. So it's not just what they're doing on stage that your ticket is getting for you. It's the entire experience of being involved. And who knows who you're going to have lunch with, who else you're going to meet along the way. And so for those of you who haven't gone yet and you're trying to pitch it to somebody, just listen to how we're talking about it while we're there. And if you're like, well, I don't know, but I'm going, and then just tap us on the shoulder. Why should we go? And then just let us say it again. We'll say it 100 times that weekend. Okay, I'm telling you, they'll love it, and so will you. So what's coming up for you as you're hearing me say this stuff?
Any thoughts, guys?
While you do that, I'm going to open a
Is
piece of chocolate.
Nationals open to anyone, or do you have to have signed up first?
Any ticket holder gets to come.
Cool.
And if you buy your ticket before the banquet deadline, which is 1 week prior, then you can come to the awards banquet and the dinner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
And how much is each ticket? $450, right?
It's 400 right now is the early bird special, 397.
Cool.
So if there's a difference in your brain and 397 sounds better to you, it's 397. Otherwise, it's $400.
And
What
when did
day
the
is it
early
again?
bird stop?
What was
March
that?
21 through 23. Say that again, Laura.
When does the early bird ticket stop?
I think the end of February, right?
Okay, cool. Because yeah, I'm buying mine next week.
Cool.
Double
Okay.
check before. Don't just. I'm just.
February 23rd.
Oh, see, there we are.
Perfect. Have either one of you noticed, we tried to go in and select seats today, and there's an issue of not seeing like the full
The screens.
screen on there. So it's like it's only letting you select seats on the sides, not in the center, because you can't see the center seats.
That's because they've already been purchased.
That's what killed me is that entry barriers.
All of them? No, it's not that you can't see them. It's like the map, the full map.
The full map's not coming up.
Oh, interesting.
You may have to
Okay,
call. Sorry.
Then I would just do as soon as corporate opens in the morning, 8:30, then just go into the chat system, the bottom right, that little chat thing.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, good morning, Tara. Probably be Tara. If you haven't met Tara, she's awesome. Hi,
She's
Tara.
awesome.
Yeah, we've
This
met
is
Tara.
happening for me in my map. Let me know if there's something I need to do, and then she'll get on it.
Okay.
Or you could email him tonight if you just want to get it out to him and not have to worry about the thing in the morning. But that's what I would do. If you calling is fine, but they got to take calls in the order that it comes. But they could do 5 chats at once, right? This one's IT, this one's accounting. I mean, really, we have such a good product and our system works so well that we can service 10,000 customers with a customer service department of 5.
They're amazing. So yeah, we'll get on and we'll be out and about. So it'll be perfect. We can do the chat while we're running errands.
Cool. And I guess I'm phrasing it that way because I want you to pass the phrasing on that way to your new potential recruits. When they're thinking about, should I work for this company? That's one way they might be thinking about it, right? Should I work for this company? Well, what are the benefits? We got the calendaring system. We got the huge pay, per customer, huge pay. And the fact that our corporate headquarters can have a customer service department of 5 and service 10,000 people means we have a very quality product. People aren't calling in complaining with problems all day. There's no way you could do it with 5. So what I'm saying is there's a no problem process for your customers if you decide to sell for us and introduce your customer base to our product. They're all going to be happy. So that's why I'm phrasing it that way. Tell more people that way. I know Nancy and Mr. Nancy.
What she said.
That's for Jared. Jared, you can repeat that when they're ready.
Yeah. I picked up. We putting down. I went on. I think well, Michael said it first because I'm selecting my seats. I haven't got my tickets yet. I need to. So, but the center, I was able to click on it and it all shows it's full. I think Michael's right. I think there's all been bought. With that being said, if it's right or left, we should choose a section where we can kind of sit close together if you guys want.
Great idea. Normally, traditionally, Team Elevate does front right. I missed the call where we announced where we're going and we ended up picking center. So that's kind of why the center's all gone. But everyone else is defaulting to, if you're the audience, front right.
Yeah, the front right, that corner's already. I say we go left. So everyone's going front right, but they did center though.
That's what I'm saying. You'll find more Team Elevate people over there.
Oh, okay.
But sit wherever you want. Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to create any sort of restrictions.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
But also, if you wouldn't mind getting like some kazoos, some of those like hand clacker things, maybe one of those trumpets at like the soccer games. We're gonna need some noisemakers for nationals, but this isn't the nationals webinar. We'll talk about that later.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. I love it. What else? And I think we go more as far as like going over objections and how to handle it and going through more of like a pitch.
It's really they're just gonna assume that they know what we're pitching. That's really what it's gonna be, and we need to jolt their brain back with the the question, well, wait, you don't have your house paid off yet?
Hmm.
Now on Friday, we're going to get a lot of yeses. There will be people that say, yeah, of course I got it paid off. Why? Why on Friday? Remember what happens on Friday?
Oh, the grandmas, the old people.
Seniors get in free
Seniors.
day on Friday. Okay. So Friday's just a warm up. It's also a great way to make some friends and talk to some old people. But you're going to get the rebuttal. My house is paid off already a lot on Friday because if you bought a house 40 years ago, what did you pay? 30 grand. So yeah, you better have it paid off because we're 400 now. Anyway, could you imagine that paying 30 grand and you make 20 grand a year at some factory job? No. If I could go back to a decade, it'd be the 50s. Anyway, no more reminiscing.
Love it. I would totally go back to the 80s. 100%.
There, nice.
Not for the interest rates. You can keep it. That's fine.
No, but definitely for the rock.
It's right.
But we're gonna get that rebuttal more on Fridays. And so really what we found is then the question, well, now what? Prompts their brain. What? What do you mean now what? Yeah, well, what do you do now? What do you do for fun? And then we got their drive again.
Also, that's a good opportunity to talk about how they can use their HELOC to loan money. and go into
Exactly.
sections like that.
So then so you could ask the question, well, how much are you getting paid for your good credit then? And they're gonna go, what on earth are you talking about? Said I had my house paid off. Right. So have you ever thought about, making an extra 10 or 20% on your house? You ever thought about it that way? Without risking your house. I can show you how to insure it, collateralize this. This is what we do. And then you point at the banner. We do real estate investing. We can show you how to do some deals without even lifting a finger. Some people will be interested in that. And you say, great, well, let's come to lunch. Let's do a thing. Come to the house tour. Let's go to a breakfast, seniors breakfast, Denny's.
Nope.
I'm telling you, man, that's going to work. And then Saturday's the big hubbub, and then Sunday's the deal shoppers. Honestly, the house, car, student loan, or the second thing we'll get is I'm not ready, right? You see a cute couple, they're at the damn home show, okay? They're a couple, they're getting ready to buy a house. They're getting ready. They're so excited. Maybe they just got married or engaged or going to the home show to look at stuff. You say, hey, shouldn't you be the most educated person in the room when you go to buy your house? Isn't it strange that there's an attorney who knows more than you, a real estate agent who knows more than you, probably two because there's one on the buy and sell side. There's going to be an escrow officer or a title agent that knows more than you. An appraiser and an inspector also touch the property. They know more than you. But who's on the hook for all the debt? You. And you know the least. Isn't that weird? So why don't you sign up for our free workshop? You'll see what I'm talking about with Tony Scotti on this really neat banking thing. And don't get wrapped up in that 30-year rat race stuff that our parents did and their parents did. No. We got people in our group paying off houses in 5 to 10 years on regular incomes, but without being fooled by the bank. Would you like to see how that works? Sign up here. So we'll get the ones where they don't have a house, but you know that they're at the home show, and you can see they're holding hands, love is in their eye, they're young. Say, please, 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 look at the bald man with the beard. He said, don't go down that road. Come here and sign up for the class. However you got to say it, okay? We're going to have fun while we're doing it. The people can tell that we'll be having fun. And that will be an incredibly attractive thing too, more than the exactness of the words, is that we're having fun while we're doing this. So we're going to have people who have their houses paid off. We're going to have the majority of people stuck in the rat race. We have people who want to buy a house but don't believe it's possible. And they're going to say, man, maybe in 5 or 10 years once I save enough. And then you'll go, I remember when I used to think like that. And then I took a class from Brian Sump. It's called Subject 2. And I just learned there's 4 million mortgages with a 3% that we could step into. But it's technical and you got to learn the thing. And anyway, we talk about contract for deeds in this webinar with our mentor, Tony Scotti, who's done this dozens of times. Would you like to take the free class? Come and sign up. It always comes back to sign up for the class. So we can do the value transfer. As soon as their brain goes, this is so valuable and it was free. They either sneak away and go, ha, I got something for free, and we never see them again, which is fine because we don't like those people. I mean, we don't expect to do business with people. We still like them because we send blessings everywhere. But there will be some people who go, holy cow, this was free. And yes, they're asking to pay, but they're saying I could get it for no money out of pocket. It'll be worth it. There's 1,000 5-star reviews. The sale will inevitably come if we keep doing our follow-up. And so we, plan a few days of talking, at least checking in with each other after the fact too. It's gonna be really exciting. So I think those are like the top 3 or 4 things we're gonna deal with. Otherwise, you're gonna get some guy who's there because he's bored. You're gonna get some lady there because she didn't take her medication and wandered. No, that's not very nice to say. I guess what I'm saying is beware. Those people will find you because you're so nice and friendly. And then they'll forget about time because, they're mind drugs. And then they're like, oh, well, the time isn't. Get out of my booth.
Right. They want to be engageful. That's what they're looking for.
Right. So that it'll happen at least once a day. There'll be someone who's going to do that. We have to politely just disregard them. Ooh, person. New person. And keep talking to the new person.
And what do you normally say when you, if you ran into that? Sorry, I have to talk to this gentleman over here. Or how do you break away from it?
You say it a little bit slower. You say, excuse me, but I have to return some videotapes.
Those who got it. That's
great.
good.
No,
you're gonna hear-
you know what? It's been really nice chatting with you. Shake their hand. I have to get back to work now. Point at your clipboard and just talk to the next person. The other cool thing is the clipboard can be a shield, psychologically make sure you keep it down to your side until you're writing. Don't hold it up and be a shield in front of your person unless it's that person that I need to get back to work, and you point at the thing and turn. But it won't be an issue. Just know that there's people like that and they don't know that they're wasting your time. They don't know, and don't expect them to pick up on hints. The majority of people are going to be super pleasant. They paid to be there, a couple bucks, even, but they paid to be there. They got dressed. They put on nice clothes. They put on makeup. They're intention on, engaging with people and having a nice positive attitude. And at the expos that we went to, the surveys they were asking people was, how much money do you plan on spending here? And it's $10,000 to $25,000 is the average spend at a home show, right? But they're buying gutters and windows and a roof or a basement insulation, whatever. But then we go, well, hey, you're buying all that stuff. You put it on credit cards. Have you heard about velocity banking? You haven't? Come into my booth and sign up for my thing. Everybody who walks past us, we're going to find a way to have them sign up at our booth. Okay. All the other boothers, every person coming through, the security guards, the janitors, everybody. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man, I really think we covered it. It's not going to be more complex than that.
Yeah. I'm already working on the last time we talked where you pick something that someone says and then you make 3 responses for it.
Yes.
Yep. So that's powerful. It's helped us out a lot.
Nice. Yeah, it'll just become second nature to you, and before you know it, effortlessly, deals will start closing, and you'll be like, oh, I don't know, just one day it started working for me, but really you did 100 days of memorizing something.
Right. And it's already working. It's coming second nature. It's
Nice.
rapid fire,
Way cool.
Yep.
So I have a question for you, Michael. I don't know if you know this or not, but so in the back office, they still have the March, the last year's 2023 Nationals flyer up, and it has a little skew where they can scan and people can actually start buying tickets from there, regardless of their
2023.
but they don't have anything for 2024. I can show you.
Now,
I can,
what on earth are you talking about?
let me share.
Sonny?
Let me share. Okay. So
What
here,
tarny?
if you go back into advertising and then under marketing advertising, then we have the Nationals 23 printable digital flyer. And in this flyer, there is this little, the QR code, and scanning that will get you to, because I malarkey, but will get you to like it's a really, oh, hang on, get it? Let's see, I got like 1,000 windows open, but whatever. So yeah, it gets you to this screen here. Is there some, are they planning to do that for 2024? Because that'd be kind of cool to hey, yeah, register now. Click, here's this link. If we can print off a bunch of flyers like this, but for 2024, that'd be awesome to kind of push even for nationals as we're having these conversations.
Okay. I'm going to message Jay right now about that. One moment. So you clicked on advertising. That's where you found it?
So yeah, under advertising, sorry, so marketing, then advertising, and that's where the Nationals 23 printable flyers are, which gives you the QR code / link to get to this one, to the registration where anyone can register. First thing, I wonder what funnel this would go to.
Okay, sweet. All right, did you get that QR I sent you to your text?
Yes, yeah, I'm seeing it. So this,
Does that take you to the right spot?
I gotta. Hang on.
Dude, my baby is so freaking cool. He's wearing his blue or his green boots in that picture.
So is this okay? This one here, right? Is this the QR code you're talking about?
Yes. Oh, that's not it. That's for the music video.
Oh,
Oh. Look at
oh,
that.
that's not gonna
Every
work.
day.
Coachings.
Speaking of that, how many of you have never been in a music video before?
Okay.
How many of you need to be in a music video?
No
How
to
many
both
of you
those.
have be in a music video outside of your comfort zone and you have committed to getting outside your comfort zone? It
Oh,
really,
God.
really would warm Bob Snyder's heart if we lip sing his daughter's song. That's it.
When is that to be turned in? It's already been. Is
It
the
was on that thing I sent you. Isn't
Oh,
it
okay.
the 17th?
Oh yeah, the 19th.
19th. So that Sunday that we're done, so maybe we could stay late one night and record it at our booth or something.
That's
Okay,
not
it
a
doesn't
bad
have to
idea.
be fancy. Okay,
Yeah.
corporate's gonna take like 10 different teams and just insert a bunch of lip syncing over the whole thing, and we're just gonna have a little bit of fun with it. But he loves that his daughter is such a good singer. And if you guys haven't, Jared, can you put a direct link to the YouTube playlist that corporate made of all the mashup music videos? And we should make one just this crew right here. There'll be a Team Elevate one and a Chicago one. There'll be independent people, but a little crew. You could do it on a Zoom or in person. Would be good. Good little team building thing. Plus the lyrics are positive and good to just memorize and play over and over in your head. Anyway, over the years we've had a lot of fun with it. So anyway, I've now been like 5
I'm
music.
down.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I was just saying I'm down. Oh.
Sweet. He's in.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. And then the background could be the booth and everything like we're there. So that I think that's killer. And I
Cool.
just put in the chat the playlist, guys.
Yeah, go watch a couple of those music videos, listen to the songs, get some ideas, and we'll do something for this year's music video. Yeah, each one's fun. Each one, man. It's amazing. So now there's 10 or 11 songs. So there's like a whole album now, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. Yeah, Nationals is super special. So are all of you in the Team Elevate Facebook group?
I think most of them are. Maybe someone's not. Who's not?
Okay, if you're
I'm in
not, there's a ton of resources in there, and I just asked Brigham to put in the commission spreadsheet so you don't have to memorize. Just punch it in. This is what I sold, this is what I get paid. Go and look at that. Go grab that. And then I want to do a quick thought experiment on the comp plan, and then we'll get out of here. Because I really admire your attention to detail and the enthusiasm put into this. That it's really going to make my role a lot easier. So thank you guys. I just get to show up and do some recruiting.
Makes magic.
Yeah.
So the sheet that's in there, it has, I can say how much I've made a sell, how much I'm getting, so on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. This right here. So I put in a hypothetical. Excuse me. Let's say over the next 12 months, you only get one sale a month. And let's say that half of those sales are the lowest thing we sell, the essentials, and half are the highest thing we sell, the EPX. And because we like to get paid up front, we teach our customers how to pay cash instead of go on billing. Okay. So in this scenario, you would do one cash essentials. If you're a brand new rookie, you would get paid $325 out of the 1080. But then on your next sale, let's say it's an EPX, you would get paid $4,400. You might call off work that week and just say, you know what, I don't need it. Then you do another essentials. You do another extreme, another essentials, another extreme. And let's say we just do 8 sales. Those 8 sales put you at 5-star status. Just doing one every other. You would make $25,300 going through that rookie to 5-star process in this fashion if your customers did purchase this way. Maybe you don't believe me. We could look at this on the call here. We got 10 people on the call. How many are essentials and how many are extremes? Is it about 50-50?
Most are extremes.
Most are extremes.
Yeah.
Would you look at that, folks? So your own existence proves my point. So the question is, if you're already a 5-star and you do that again, how much money will you make? Because we got to see beyond getting the 5-star. That's why Jared's a 6-figure producer, because he saw himself beyond getting the 5-star pin. Yes, it's nice. Get your 5-star pin. But you know what's nicer? The $100,000 pin. So, all right. So let's say you do that again. You get an essentials that week and an extreme that week. And essentials this week and an extreme that week. And an essentials this week. And let's just do 6 more sales. Okay, now we're 1 year into our life. If we do it one a month, we made X number of sales to get 5-star and then a few more after 5-star. Your running total to make 13 sales is paying you 52 grand. Okay, 52 grand. Now, here's the cool thing about this is each person on your team, each one of these people, these ones represents a person that in order to get 5-star has to go through that process and give up 23,000 in commission. So now you can start to look at the equity you're building in your business. 23 or 27. Every 4 is 100 grand. Well, you got 12 on your team. There's $300,000 in equity now sitting right here that you can activate through your leadership. Right? See, the product's validity made them want to open their wallet for the 26 grand and be a product owner. But we want them to be a product seller. That takes our communication and leadership. Does everyone see what I mean when I say there's 300,000 in equity in this business so far from this person's work?
Bob Snyder's a genius.
See, now, if one of you on my team went and did that, I would make this number right here. I would be in this AG category. And how much money is that?
Did they have a total tab or no?
Not in this one. No. But I guess we could sum it up. Let's see. So we'll just
at
do
the
this.
bottom, doesn't it? It sums it up at the bottom.
Oh, it does at the bottom. There we go.
Yeah. 15,
See?
19. Yeah.
So I'll get paid just shy of 8 grand for you to go earn your 5-star and also get paid 52 grand. Sell 13 packages. It's pretty neat. So anyway, it would actually be Jared. For those of you who are 5-star, this person would be Jared, then it'd be Wanda, and then it'd be me.
When there's Andres, he's in between.
Oh, snap. So it'd be 2 Carasquillos. So I'd be over here.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because there's this thing called pack bonus. And Bob Snyder puts a bonus in for me. So don't feel bad for me that I'm not on your spreadsheet.
You still get paid for my orders, don't worry.
Right, and I get paid plenty off of Jared's orders. So, pretty neat, guys. Anyway, play with this sheet. We had a deep discussion, which I feel like if I tried to activate that kind of discussion now, you wouldn't sleep, and I think you need some sleep. So just know that the equity in your business, there's a way to activate it. We can show you, but I'm not going to go through all that until you make some equity. How's that? Is that fair? I hope
Yeah.
so.
That sounds fair.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I got my plane ticket, so I will be there with bells on.
Perfect. I'm
Yeah.
excited for this.
Yeah, me
One
too.
more week. One more week. Yeehaw.
We're gonna rock it. I just know it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yes, the right people are going to walk to us. They're going to be like, oh my God, I wasn't going to come to this show, but something said I better go. And now here we are talking at your booth.
Yep.
And Sam.
my arm's gonna be wide open too.
It's going to be a beautiful thing. Come on in. There's plenty. The water's warm. Let's go, baby.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, like I said, I'm feeding off your enthusiasm. Is really making me excited. So let's keep our eyes on the prize. And again, Jared, I appreciate and recognize the leadership that you're putting together with this. So thank you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you joining it. You know, that's awesome. I'm gonna be a sponge.
Jared's a good mentor, and same with you, Michael.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Amen.
All right. I'll see you guys soon. Adios.
All right, guys.
Yep, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Love y'all.
All right, love you.